I'm going to play a video for you today. It is a video of a right-wing meteorologist going completely mental on Tucker Carlson. I thought I was on hallucinogens. I thought maybe someone slipped acid into my cappuccino or a flat white. I've been going more in the direction of the flat white lately, something about that foam, but that's really for a different day. I thought I was on something when I saw this video because the video doesn't make any sense. A Fox News propagandist, Tucker Carlson, who does entertainment. Remember, when the rubber hits the road and Tucker gets sued, lawyers go, "Oh, this is not news. This is entertainment." Okay. He did a segment, an entertainment segment, I guess, with a meteorologist named Joe Bastardi, and that's really his name. I know people will write in and say, "David, that's rude. You're being rude by calling him bastard." No, his name's Joe Bastardi. This video is so unbelievably unhinged, but it's a great representation of how the right, to a great degree, I was going to say analyzes, but there's really no analysis here, deals with topics they don't like. The right gets angry that, for example, people now believe in climate change and climate science. And Bastardi starts rattling off right-wing talking points interspersed with the word climate change. He throws the word vaccine and COVID in there as well. I challenge you to figure out what the hell this guy is talking about. Okay, let's get into it.
Well, I don't know. I've been giving this a lot of thought today because I had to drive from
Uh-oh, guys, he's been thinking. That can't be good.
Iowa City all the way to Pittsburgh. And when I went by South Bend, oddly enough, it hit me. There are three possibilities here, in my opinion, just looking at this, okay? First is they've all got climate vaccines. We don't know about them, but unlike the COVID vaccine, they actually work. So whatever they do, they're immune from it. Okay. So that's a possibility. That's a long shot. The second, Tucker, is that if bad weather stops air travel, it stops car travel. If you can cause more bad weather, right, then guess what?
Even Tucker is having trouble following this, or pretending to, because that's really all he does at the end of the day.
Everybody can't drive. For instance, next week and the week after, watch how much bad weather comes into the United States. It's going to be the coldest, snowiest period around the Christmas time since 2000.
So now I think what he's doing right now is it's going to snow in December, so climate change couldn't possibly be real. I think that's what this part of the diatribe is.
We're going to see planes and trains and all these other things shut down. So if you just dump all this CO2 in the atmosphere and your assumption is, hey, CO2 causes bad weather, if I can cause more bad weather, then guess what?
If you're watching, Tucker isn't frozen. He just looks really confused. He's in like a confused trance.
People won't be able to fly, will have less CO2 emissions. Or the third possibility, exactly what you said. It's a phony climate war. It's fraudulent. You could tell back when we talked back in July, we were talking about it's going to get cold early this year across the United States. That has nothing to do with CO2. What it has to do is the natural cycles of the weather. And what's happened is these people have taken advantage of people who fall prey to this, and this is what they're doing. There's no logic or reason for it except they are trying to establish a caste system that destroys the greatest experiment in
caste system,
freedom and individuality, which is this country right here in the United States.
Of course. I mean, if you really believe that carbon was a pollutant, you would be planting pine and spruce and hemlock and evergreens across the country, but they're cutting them down to make way for highways and dollar stores.
That's a completely unrelated issue, and Tucker now pretending to be a tree-saving environmentalist is really the cherry on top. That rant, that scrambled mess of what I believe qualifies as English language words, that's what's going on in the heads of many of these right-wingers. When our correspondent Luke Beasley, the Bee's Knees, or whoever, they go to the Trump rallies and they talk to these Trumpists, and it's just stuff is coming out. You hear noise coming out of the mouth, but it doesn't really make any sense. This is what's going on in their brain. This is what's going on in their brain. It's just saying climate change every few seconds while throwing in other right-wing talking points. And this guy is an outspoken climate denier. He's written books about it. The scientific consensus is completely at odds with everything that he says. He said the world is warmer. It was warmer in the 30s than today. As measured how and in what context and what does that really matter at the end of the day? He says that human contributions to carbon dioxide are so small that they couldn't possibly have any effect. Science does not agree with that. It's a complete and total mess. And so this is sort of like the blind leading the blind. It's the perfect audience, the Fox News audience, but these folks are dangerous because next thing you know, you'll go on the conservative subreddit and people are repeating this guy's exact talking points. So this stuff spreads like a virus. They don't seem to be inoculated against the disinformation. And here we are left to pick up the pieces and to try to figure out how we can make some progress on dealing with this issue. Sad, sad stuff. Very, very sad stuff. Make sure if you have an Amazon Prime account that you have subscribed to Twitch Prime. It's free if you have Amazon Prime. And when you subscribe to Twitch Prime at twitch.tv/David Pakman, you basically send us a few dollars that would otherwise go to Jeff Bezos. That sounds pretty damn good given that it costs you nothing. Check it out. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
You know how tough it can be to navigate the online news constantly being thrown at us. And that's why I love our sponsor, Ground News, which is an app and website that allows you to easily compare how any individual story is being covered by different sources. Every story comes with a bias bar showing the distribution of reporting from left, right, and center. You can flip through the headlines to see how a word or a detail completely changes the interpretation of a story. You can even see each news outlet's parent corporation, so I can distinguish between independent and corporate-owned sources. Right now, I'm looking at a story about Iran helping Russia build drones for Ukraine, and I can see it was covered by 35 sources. 17% are government-owned, like RT and Ukrainian media. Interestingly, it looks like the majority of the coverage is coming from the center and the right, making it a potential blind spot for the left. Go to ground.news/Pakman, try it for free, or subscribe to get unlimited access to all of their news analysis tools. The link is down below.